going on, my gems? This is me, Simon, again. Here's to another fucking Chris Chan video. Nice. Put it at a high playback speed. It's part 28. We know in part 26 he said the N-word, I know that.
On May 13th, 2010, someone who called herself Daria Camacho announced herself in a blog post on the Wikipedia, claiming that she was a fan manager who was hired as a temporary sysop to help run the website until Christian returned from his hiatus. She proceeded to make numerous changes and additions across the site, in the interest of making the front page in particular more aesthetically pleasing and presentable to new visitors.
Okay.
She was apparently not an approved member of staff, as Chris continually reverted any changes she made to the site. Daria was later revealed to have been an alias of the sysop of the Asperpedia, Mao. On May 15th, Chris recorded a video discussing the recent murder of the University of Virginia lacrosse player, Yardley Love.
Oh, shit.
Recently that there was a girl who was murdered at UVA by her ex-boyfriend. She was in the lacrosse team. It was very sad. For a woman to just get the door in and bang her head against the wall, totally ruined her right side of her head. She died from that.
Ow, what the fuck?
And then he took her computer, because apparently there was an email on there that he sent her. And he didn't want that to get out. Sure got up and now. That's very sad. I hope that they have done so already, that the prosecution for UVA wins in memory of that girl. And yeah,
That's
it was not an accident. That's so that the dude claims to say as it was. She'd get like 20 years in jail. That's what he deserves from that.
I like how the shirt says, I got what I deserve. Sorry.
Full time and hard time. Banging rocks, making license plates. So to repay debt to society for the shock from this girl's murder. Yeah, also the other events around the world. It's on my mind right now, but I do watch the news, and when I have a thought about a recent event I feel is worthwhile talking about, then I will. I will record it and I will talk about it. And also, yeah, autism. Another little mention about that from my point of view. Apparently, not just the fact that we are unable to socialize, but at least from my point of view, in a crowded event or section, very crowded, where it's not easy for me to get much attention.
Fair.
I just likely tend to freeze up vocally. I pretty much do body language for enough, but it's like can't get a word out of my throat, not even as much as a hello. I am not a bad man. I have no intention of anything negative of that sort. I'm just damn shy from the autism, freezing me up. And I am working on that. I just need help from my real friends, real people. Because I can't just expect women to fall into my lap like that. If it was that easy, then at this point, especially over the internet, definitely be an action of a troll. So I can tell a difference right there. Maybe paranoid. You did, damn trolls. Leave you all with that for today, and wait till another day when I have another thought about recent events. Have a good day.
On May 20th, Chris made a video mostly discussing his favorite comedians, notably wearing his new trucker-style outfit.
I just started this video to give you all a little update on myself. You know, I'm doing well, so's my mom. And for your information, my father is alive and well, so that rumor is false. My father is alive and well.
I wouldn't say he's well, but...
Y'all know I like for class in the classics, Lucia Ball. I know, thanks. I need a Benjamin now. Retirement down. This. You put that party, so you copy that. Yes, all about this deal bottle. I need a Benjamin. And I also like Red Skeleton. We're going to be,
what the fuck?
We're going to the parade. We got floated. This float that we run, it looked like the back end of a Cadillac. But then something happened, and we don't know what happened. We went out of control and crazy, and we ended up in the Griffith Park Lake. Two ducks fled by, and one to the other said, Gertrude, who had that scene? I also like Jerry Seinfeld. He's very funny. I watch the show every day on PBS. You know, I would really like to see this. You know, even as a video response from Jerry himself, his view on autistic people, especially the high functioning autistics like myself. You know, and also think about this. I probably sound like Jerry Seinfeld. You know, this could be a comedy routine for himself.
Almost.
That he could do for autistics. Yeah. So I just recently been introduced to this autistic teenage boy here, and you know, I was introduced, so he opened up to me right away. And then later I like
oh no, the Wi-Fi. That's great.
Nick.
Oh wait, okay.
He,
Wi-Fi's now terrible.
I see him over there, and he wants to name himself a lady. So he's hanging out over there, I don't see him talking to the ladies. He's just smiling and being silent. I mean, he ain't gonna go anywhere unless he talks to the ladies. But then again, that's part of the autism right there. He just tends to blank out when he's not introduced to the people because he's scared of the unknown. Yeah, but anyway, I would definitely like to hear Jerry Seinfeld's opinions and views or a comedy sketch about autistic people. Because I wanted to ask him about that. Oh, yeah, also, you know, another Jewish dude I like, that strikes me as funny, is Brad Garrett. You know,
I didn't know you like Jewish people.
Doing the guy from Till Death. He also actually starred in an episode of Seinfeld I read, where he steals Jerry's car.
Fun.
You know, and I have nothing against Jewish people. I mean, they're people too, and I got nothing against the Jewish community. I mean,
no,
they have their views, and we have our views.
off.
Let's just leave it at that.
Fuck off.
I mean, they're people, we're people.
Okay.
No problem. I know I said signals about that has points. Okay, you know, another dude I like? Larry the quote-unquote cable guy. Get it in! Funny dude, you know. He definitely had the trucker look going for him if he wasn't being the cable guy. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely think that would have, the way he was dressed, they would call him Larry the Trucker Man. Trucker Man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, very funny. Oh, and also, you know, speaking of impressions, here's Peter Cullen. Autobots, transform, and roll out. Bumblebee, I need you to go inspire the Decepticons. Let's see what they're doing.
I'm like barely listening to this, bro.
Spot on, dead on, Peter Cullen right there. Anyway, I'll leave y'all with that and those impressions. Until another time when I have another thought or whatever. Have a good day. Peace.
On May 26th, the Wikipedia was hacked by Mao and once again opened to edits from the public, vandalizing it and republishing the false troll-created Sonichu issue 11. Christian, feeling defeated, filmed a video the following day, stating that he did not want to deal with the website anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
All you people all you people who mock me and torment me, you trolls. I'm sick and tired of having to deal with you. You do not need to be hacking into my crap and stuff. You do not need to be doing that, and you should never do that. I would never even do that.
You wouldn't? Really?
I am trying to improve myself. I am working on myself in real life. I am not
man,
lazy.
it would be great if you actually tried. Sorry.
I am not so much a man-child as I was before.
Still little.
And I am active within my community, looking for new friends to hang out with and talk to. And especially the women. I do not need to repeat myself.
I am straight.
I love women. And I am not going to be on the internet much because I have been turned off of the internet because of you damn trolls.
Okay, and yet you're posting.
Give me so many bad experiences on the internet.
Okay.
Real life is so much
Then
better.
get off.
You know, you glue yourselves
That
to
is
your
bad,
computers.
but like...
Every last one of you. And y'all are becoming autistic-like.
Autistic-like.
Not too many people are socializing in real life anymore. They're just
He's so fucking weird, I'm sorry. Like, he's proud of his autism and even weaponizes it, but, like, he shits on other people if they have autism as well. It's so fucking weird. I don't know. I don't understand.
World, and we do not need to live in. Technology is supposedly supposed to improve our lives, make things easier for us. I'll say one thing that it is not making easier. Being sociable in real life. You need to get yourselves away from your computers and your sheltered lives and go out and socialize in real life. Talk to people.
Okay.
Go find your own.
Are you talking to yourself, Chris? I hope.
Go talk to them and hang out with them and everything. I do not need to have to update myself on the internet. My good name is my own good name. And nothing on the internet will change that for fact. Everything on the internet may as well be considered false. If you really want to know the truth, you have to talk to me in person, in real life.
Well, I'm not gonna
I am not
promise.
going to be pushed around anymore by anybody on the internet.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna, like...
of the state, outside of my own, outside of my own world. On the internet through the computer. The only ones that I will associate with, and possibly trust, are those closest to me in real life. Computer heads, go get your own life. Away from the computer.
Says you.
People meeting people on the internet supposedly is an improvement in relationships, but you know what? I disagree heavily. Improvement on what socially? Nothing. We're best socializing in real life, talking on the telephone. We do not need the internet and emails. Y'all have become slaves to your own damn thing.
Okay.
Think about it.
4 days
Seems
later,
like you were trying to
Chris
keep
posted a
slaves.
video clarifying the copyright situation concerning Sonichu.
I am making this video to state a point. Firstly, I do not disown Sonichu or any of the rights, so therefore the current use of it on what was the Wikipedia by Alex Larry and Vivian G is not official. I still maintain all rights to Sonichu. They do not. And the misunderstanding of the Sonichu rights being transferred to Wikipedia is false. It's just I gave the Wikipedia permission to display my work. I allowed that. But now that I have given up the Wikipedia, and since I relinquished the Wikipedia, I took back all Sanchu rights with that. So therefore, I'm still my owner of Sanchu. I have the copyright papers.
Okay.
So there.
But okay. So?
And trolls, you're not gonna get me to go back online so easily.
I don't know if it's an official copyright
So there.
necessarily.
You can go find somebody else online to pick on. You think I'm gonna come back? No. You have a long wait before you hear from me again.
How long? 1 second?
Ever being able to lure me back. So there. If you quit pestering my friends as well to try to convince me to go back, because they're for me of staying off of the internet. So there.
We don't want you on
This received
air
a
at
reply
this
in the form
point.
of an update
Shit.
to Wikipedia, which was now in control of the persons behind the Asperpedia. They posted a copy of
Ah,
Christian's
cool.
certificate of copyright registration with an annotation stating that the document implied that Sonichu was created for use on the Wikipedia, which was purchased by Alec Benson Leary, meaning that Leary owned the rights to Sonichu.
Oh, so,
On June
okay,
5th,
wow.
Christian attended Fridays After 5, an outdoor concert event held in Charlottesville from spring until fall.
That's
During the show,
fun.
he got drunk and then drove to the game place in order to take a picture of the owner, Michael Snyder, so that he could
Why
use the
did he
printouts
get
as a
drunk and then
dartboard
drive?
shoot
What
at his
happened?
face. He arrived at the Game and Hobby store and quickly confronted Snyder, who was soon accompanied by 2 police officers who came from the nearby shopping center. Chris tried to drive away, but was chased down by Michael, who nearly got hit by his
wow.
car, forcing Chris to stop.
Oh.
Snyder provided a brief account of the event in the form of a YouTube comment.
Oh,
Christian
so
is in my
that's the
parking lot
picture?
right now being grilled by the police. He took pictures of my daughter and tried to run me over with his car. They witnessed this, and I bet they still do nothing about it. The police
Ew.
listened to his side of the story, made him delete any photos he had taken off his camera, and as Snyder had predicted, was allowed to return home with a warning. Christian decided not to tell his parents about this incident. 2 days later,
They
he
should
posted a
have to
YouTube
know.
video telling his side of the story.
At this moment, I have an understanding that there are misconceptions and rumors being spread about me, which I would like to state very right off that spread rumors about anybody, especially to make them look terrible, is just not cool.
But that's what you did, right?
Anyway, first off, I would like to state, I do not quote-unquote piddle my cats.
You don't do shit with your
The only
cats.
parts that touch on them are their back and their heads. Nothing more.
People are assuming he fucks his cats now.
Anyway, after that, let
That
me tell
was,
you about what happened
long silence?
last Friday, the 4th of June. Okay, so it was after Fridays after 5. I went over to a bar and I had a bud, a bottle of bud, and then I played some solitaire on my DS my way through the hour. But then about 3/4 of an hour through, because I had a camera in my possession right then, I had the impulse of, hey, I'll
Bruh.
go over to the place and take a picture of Michael Snyder so that I could print it out later and use it as a dartboard. So then I drove over to the parking lot
You're
of the
weird.
place in front of Staples, and then I made my way to the window to take a picture of him and nobody else. I was not alone there in front of the window. There was another dude who was apparently on his side and recognized me. He wanted to start a fight, but in a fight or flee, I decided to flee. So I went to my car, ran in and got Michael, and then Michael jumped
Yeah, the
in
Jew.
front of my car. He jumped in front of my car. He jumped up to the top of my hood. He was looming over my windshield.
Did he
It was
jump?
horrifying. So I backed my car up. And I backed it up to my right. And I see that there was like a couple of police cars in front of me, so that was like the wrong way to go. I should have backed up the other way. But anyway, so to go around them, I went to another aisle and I drove through that. And then I decided to make my turn bad move right there, because he jumped in front of my car again, risking his own life. I could have been going top speed. He was lucky he didn't get hurt, as far as I know. But I did not run him over. Jumped in front of my car, so I back up, and then I tried going around. And then this woman, I do not know who the blank she is. She jumps in front of my car, so I stop again. And then I start backing up, and then I get stuck from behind.
How does someone
And then
just
I'm
jump in
trapped
front of your car?
Between police and Michael. And
What does that
who the hell
mean?
this woman was. So then I sorted out with the police. They deleted the pictures, and the woman came to me right up front and accused me of things like, see naked pictures on me on the internet, and then accused me of child pornography. I am not a pornographer of any sort, and any
Not
naked
your
pictures on the
comics
internet
either?
were either tricks from me by the trolls, where they deceived me, or I was blackmailed, and there were a number of blackmailings.
Fair.
As they have rat themselves out on their websites, such as the Quickie or even the Encyclopedia Germanica webpage.
That is a fair
Anyway,
point, but I
And
feel like that has
Michael
nothing to do with
basically
it.
zoomed into me, and he just basically shouted from me, "You're dead! You're dead!" Right? If I had the right mind, I would give him a charge of verbal harassment.
The right
So
mind.
it's already under trouble for quote-unquote trespassing.
That is trespassing. You're trying to get into Okay.
And then so with that, I told the police about.
Jesus.
I reminded them.
Christ!
eventually,
Motherfucker has no
of
self-awareness.
the trolls of the internet that have been going against me. So I warned them of websites such as the Wiki. And I named a troll or two. I'm not gonna say who I named.
What?
But the point is,
What you mean?
the only pictures I was taking were of Michael Snyder. Nobody else. No children. I want to make that very clear. And also, I do not want any more rumors to spread at all. It's bad enough you have to have messed up my once good name and have it transferred to real life, which I basically got that impression firsthand for practically the first time. So prove that theory.
Interesting.
And it made me feel sad because I am not the villain. The trolls are the villains.
I mean, you're not the villain, but at this point you are considered a villain.
Exaggerate or twist around my truth.
But you're not like the villain. There's way too many at this point.
And they give me wrongful mislabelings. I'm straight. And they use Photoshop to make it look like otherwise. I want to go back to a normal life. And one way I can do that...
He doesn't realize that he's never actually really had a normal life.
So, again, I encourage everybody who looks me up on the internet, since I have removed most everything about myself personally, don't believe anything on the internet about me at this point. Don't believe anything on the internet about me. Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia, United States of America. I leave y'all with that, and I bid y'all a good day or evening depending on the time zone.
Chris indeed made great efforts to remove himself from the internet. Nevertheless, even though he stopped making YouTube videos, he began using an application for the handheld console Nintendo DSi called Flipnote Studio, which allowed users to create text-based or image-based drawings and frame-by-frame animations by using a stylus.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Users could share, comment on, and rate their creations via the online partner application Flipnote Hatina. His first Flipnote was a picture of Sonichu. His account was quickly discovered by trolls and shared on the Wiki. On June 18th, Chris made another appearance at Fridays After 5, which seemingly had become a regular hangout of his. YouTube user ZeroArchieBunker0, who was aware of Christian, happened to also be there and took photos and videos of him. During the event, he wore his now signature denim vest, along with a red t-shirt which apparently read, "I enjoy vagina." He was documented dancing during a rock band
performance. In front of
children?
Jesus! Fucking Christ.
He would also take frequent breaks and sit down, playing with his Nintendo DSi, likely commenting on other users' flip notes or drawing his own. At a later point, he pulled back his t-shirt to reveal his bare abdomen and sports bra, on which "Want Woman" was written in permanent marker.
What is wrong with this
motherfucker?
Why is he dressing like this? Knowing damn well there's fucking small children there. That's just rude. That's weird. I hope I'm not the only one who noticed that. Come on, there seems to be small children everywhere at that place. So it's really weird that he would choose to wear skimpy ass outfits there. Especially a shirt that says "I like vagina" or whatever the fuck. God, that's awful.
Ultimate nightmare.
I'm laughing because it's absurd.
Of a stick figure walking at a rate of 1/8 of a millimeter per hour.
Not because it's funny. It's because it's how absurd it is. I'm scared. Me trying to do overtones? I can't do overtones. It's just really hard. I can't fucking overtone.
You have probably been told. Don't reply to the sky. He is just...
That pedo bear!
On June 22nd, Chris watched a Flipnote animation created by user 8-Bit about not engaging with trolls. 8-Bit had made the animation available to be downloaded and edited by other users, such as Chris, who re-uploaded a remixed version of the animation with some of his own alterations. For example, he changed Overlate's text to say encouraging words about having a safe, happy life offline and not starting any relationships over the internet. In addition, the short clip of Sonic was replaced with Sonichu. Christian credited 8-Bit both in the description and in the final two parts.
Jesus Christ.
2 days later, he uploaded an original animation called Hippo on Your Head.
You have a hippo on your head. Yeah.
Did he do as-deaf videos before Tomska ended up doing them? That's really funny. What the fuck? How?
Well, don't just stand there while later on me. Dear Sir, hello. Signed, Buck Williams.
What the
He also
hell?
created many sock puppet accounts so that he could give himself high ratings and views.
Oh
On June 25th, Chris uploaded a 2-part animation called Random Humor 1, which was largely copied from an episode of the cartoon series The Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show.
Oh goodness.
Numbers can't be trusted. These are threes. Did you know that you could never trust threes? See?
Why?
Threes turn sideways and pretend that they're M's or N's. And sometimes they turn
They look like
to make
asses.
them think they're E's. Weird, huh? And sometimes they'll even lie on their backs and pretend they're W's.
But they're L's.
I'll show you some sixes. We like to pretend they're noses. I'm practicing my eeks. Eeks. Eeks are very important if you're writing a story about a sexy, beautiful woman in peril. So there's a sexy, beautiful woman living in her apartment. She was hanging in her room one day when suddenly a mouse came in. She cried. If you want to write a good story about a sexy, beautiful woman in peril, you would have to be able to write a good eek.
And probably would have killed me. Hey, dude, where's your sister? Where is right?
I'm practicing my Y's.
Why?
No, Y's. I drew a whole row of them.
Oh,
Not O's, Y's.
I see.
I see. We're saving my I's and C's. These are Y's.
The
Don't
fuck?
you ever listen?
Gee,
Not G's, Y's. Now pay attention. These are U's.
they don't look like me at all.
What you hit me
The
for?
fuck?
Because you're an idiot. Okay.
Fun.
Next, he uploaded a song concerning a farmer and a cow.
Hey
Oh!
there, Moo, what you gonna do? Are you gonna give me some
What the
today?
fuck?
Moo! Moo! What?
Chris then provided an impersonation of the character Cheese from the animated series Foster's Home for Imaginary
Oh,
Friends.
goodness.
I got chocolate milk. Tinkle tinkle in the car, use a beater, use a jar. Like it. I like cereal. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
On June 27th, Christian uploaded a series of factual statements about himself, following a popular Flipnote Hatina trend at the time. These
Oh?
included, I am an honest, good, and decent man. I am a fun, loyal, sociable, and cool friend. And, I enjoy making women feel good. The video was soon removed due to the numerous inclusions
You
of
know,
his
I'm
real name,
trying
which was
to.
against Flipnote Hatina's guidelines.
Oh, damn, that
The
sucks.
next day, he joined in on a trend
He
where
has
Flipnote
no
Hatina user
awareness.
created a plain basis of 2 characters and tagged other users so they had to download the Flipnote and add their own personal touches to the image, completing it.
Oh, I
they would
like
in turn
that.
tag other users so they
I
could
wanna
contribute
do
their own
that.
version of the sketch, and so on.
That's
Even though Chris
cute.
wasn't tagged, he delivered his own take on the image anyway, morphing the anime-style characters into Sonichu and Rosechu.
Oh
He then
my
tagged
god.
21 accounts who had left comments on his previous posts, many of whom possessed chosen Flipnote IDs, such as Ghost of Bob Chandler, Asperger's Syndrome, and My Duck is Bent. However,
My
Chris unlocked
duck
the
is
animation,
bent.
meaning that no one could actually contribute to it and continue the chain.
Shit, dude.
On June 29th, Chris published his 10th contribution to Flipnote, an animated recreation of an erotic dream of his, in which he and a woman are floating in a labyrinth filled with water. When they see each other, the stick figure representing Chris gets an erection. They instantly fall in love and move in closer for a kiss. Chris then wakes up,
Oh,
wishing
why
to know
are
that
they
woman
merged
in real life.
together? Why are their boners mixed together? I hate it.
Chris then wakes up, wishing to know
That's
that woman
really
in real
weird.
life. He then
And
expels something
literally
from the
a
lower half
wet
of his body,
dream.
but given the limiting color palette and lack of detail, it is uncertain as to what it was meant to represent. Christian asked for the viewers to give it high ratings so that he could later upload the uncensored version. Since the explicitness of this animation was against the rules of the program, it was removed in minutes, though watchful trolls managed to download a copy of it in time. Not long after,
Damn, they're
Chris hastily
fast.
drew more clothing onto his characters and uploaded it again. This too was quickly taken down. He then made another version, which was the second iteration, but prefixed with a string of written statements. I want to note, the romantic labyrinth Flipnote is not inappropriate. The people are clothed, there is no violence, there is no flashing. I will not be deleted from trolls who falsely report my romantic fantasy and my straightness as a violation. Just so those
Oh
damn
my
idiots can really
God.
portray me as a homosexual, which is wrong.
Trust me,
Audience
it
of
is
FNHT,
not because of
please do not complain here.
homosexuality. It's because they're fucking making out in water. That's why, you fucking idiot.
All comments posted anywhere on FNH. It is very difficult to locate and block every single one, only to have them create new accounts, only to continue trolling me like they've done so far. And please allow me to keep my account on FNH, and allow my romantic labyrinth to stay as my own Flipnote on the Hatina, in the name of
Jesus
my right to
Christ.
speak of myself for myself and not be described by false rumors fabricated by the trolling stupid people. Thank you. Peace. Christian
What
Weston
the
Chandler.
fuck?
This version was removed quicker than the previous 2. The next day, Christian made an animation
Of
in the style of
course.
Anaglyph 3D, inspired by another user's Flipnote, on which he commented, gayness. In this video, he impersonates 4 cartoon characters.
Autobots, transform and roll out. I'm Meat Rat. I'm a bottle of meat. Stop in the name of the law. Sorry about that, sis.
Inspector Gadget.
I eat me spinach every day. And now for something completely different. Beef I dodge.
I love how he goes, and now for something completely different. Not.
He also made a video tagging supposed female users on the site, asking for ratings if they thought he looked cute, based on the low-quality black and white photo provided, which was converted to be usable on Flipnote Studio. In addition to the Flipnote Hatina users, Christian tagged 2 past women in his life by their online usernames, The Wallflower and Jackie.
No.
This animation was also soon forcibly removed.
Oh, thank God.
He shortly closed comments for
Jesus.
all his Flipnotes, and followed up with a plain, silent, text-based effort explaining his reasoning. My apologies for deleting and disabling the comments on my Flipnotes, but I am doing this to clear the slanderings from the trolls, all of whom are being ignored, and are not/will not be getting any attention at all, and to teach them that they all need to stop their harassments and reevaluate their lives for their benefit. No harm will be done. They need to understand that useless pranks at other people's expense and such misdemeanors are just that. Useless! It is not funny. Peace, Christian Weston Chandler.
Shit,
This too was
dude.
promptly deleted due to his inclusion of his name. The recent Flipnote that mentioned Jackie Romy encouraged the troll behind that persona to re-engage
Damn.
in email communications with Christian, at first angry with him for mentioning her, but after his reply, she calmed down and revealed that she sometimes thought of him, and formally resumed chatting with him. On July 2nd, Chris
What the
reuploaded
fuck?
most of his previously deleted Flipnotes, including his sexually explicit Romantic Labyrinth.
Oh,
After these
no.
numerous violations, his account and Nintendo DSi were banned. The
Damn.
next day, Christian, under the guise of his own troll persona, Jenkins Jinkies, created an article on the Quickie called Coffee Place, which only vaguely referenced Bob and Chris Chandler, and mostly concerned Jinkies' opinions about a certain employee at a certain fast food establishment, with Chris writing in what he believed to be troll speech.
Oh, God.
Within this single fast food joint of the small town of Ruckersville, Virginia, Bobby goes for morning coffee and breakfast most days of the week. Sadly, though, on some of those days, along with other Sanor citizens who have been going there for years for their own early bird specials, they get harassed by 1 or 2 of the snot-nosed, snooty employees. One of which, Amanda, is one of the part-time managers who gives her elders the coldest of shoulders. Amanda also really opens up for the black black people. She would be most friendly to any of the black people. Uncle Ruckus would really kick the
The
shit out of this
black
bitch for
people.
not treating us white people with good kindness and respect. All of the Staynors who loyally come in for their daily morning bread would just itch for the chance to smack her ass and crack her china in due respect to the harassment she has butthurt unto them.
Crack
Not
her
much else is known
china
about
is
Amanda at
crazy.
the moment, but the Staynors have heard that she is a mother of two, probably getting a daily butthurt from her every night. She is also assumed to be still married. I feel sorry for the dude who has put up with that woman for the amount of time they've been married. It has been reported that Chrissy has been sighted there, but no photographs were taken, aside from the one above, of him inside the restaurant. Photographic evidence should be sent to quicksightings@hotmail.com. Also, feel free to show off to everyone around you at the time the fresh gay trucker photographs are taken.
Do you
Usually
not
with
know
the
how
golden
to
reward
put
of
an
China
at
and or
sign?
pickles. Since this article contained no sources and an odd nomenclature, it was soon scheduled for deletion by administrators, assuming it was written by a wannabe troll pretending to be Chris. However, Jenkins Jinkies pleaded on the article's talk page not to delete it, and clarified that he was inspired to write the article because of a recent altercation between Chris, Bob, and the part-time manager at Burger King, Amanda, describing it as an eyewitness account from Jinkies' point of view. In fact, according to Christian, Bob encouraged Chris to troll her, resulting in the Coffee Place article. My family and I were there one morning a couple of weeks ago. My camera was screwing up with me, so I ended up with a photo of the front counter. I haven't been back for a while. Damn parents won't drive me back there, and I'm only 14. Robert was shouting at Amanda, and eventually Chrissy joined in with an uproar so loud it could have awakened the dead. It was in response to Amanda harassing them that day. I asked around after Robert and Chris left, without my family taking notice of me. I can get away with anything within my reach. I'm the middle child of a set of 3 in my family. Sadly, we were only passing through that week on our way back from a visit with my grandma and grandpa in South Virginia. We live up in Boston. Being bullied as a freshman last year in my high school was no
What the
fucking
fuck?
picnic either, and I really loathe anyone who is even considered special. I'm special enough on my own for being invisible yet able to attract attention remotely with a mere thought or do nothing, and having to put up with the aggressiveness in my fucking family. I'm very much the mastermind in the family. My father's damned retarded. But enough about me. I hate Chris as much as the rest of you. Stopping the presses on his books and giving up his
Damn.
website. It still pisses me off. If I recall correctly, it was about 10:30 when the father and son duo left, so best bet is about 10 a.m. to try and intercept. I want to see Chris, if not both of them, squirm in torture from our trolling of him. I really want to see him blow his top off again. Lulz! Oh, and the windows at that place were tinted, so that photography would be best from inside the place. For the lulz! Bob
Wow.
Cash came to Jinky's defense, knowing full well of his true identity, and even hinted that it might be a good idea if Chris interacted in some capacity with Amanda. As he distanced himself from YouTube, he began returning to his old tricks of attempting to attract women in public, and even though he claims
God.
to not pay attention to trolls, he would continue coming back, proving that no matter how much his environment or the people around him may change, there was one thing that always stayed the same. Chris.
Damn. Holy shit, script is insane. Holy fuck, okay. Man, Chris is such a loser and needs to get off the internet. I say to myself as I start the 28th part of the series that I've consumed in 4 days. Spread rumors? Not cool. Drunk driving, trespassing, harassment, assault? Okay, I guess. It's painfully obvious how fake Chris's story about Snyder jumping in front of his car is because he literally stole it from a Simpsons episode. Not too many people are socializing in real life anymore. They're just glued to their computers, says the most documented man on the internet. The gay trucker look is one of Chris's best. The fact Chris went out in a sports bra that says want woman in a family-friendly public space literally makes it go insane every time. It's disgusting. I'm not even gonna lie, I want a Mountain Dew shirt. That's funny. Imagine this. It's 2010. Jerry Seinfeld, the creator of the hit 90s TV show Seinfeld, the voice actor for Barry B. Benson, main character of the 2007 hit classic B movie, walks up on stage. Audience claps, and the crowd starts to quiet down. At this point, the room is completely silent, and Jerry Seinfeld starts to speak. He takes a deep breath and says, "What's the deal with autistic people?" What's the deal with autistic people? That's my best Seinfeld impression. The fact that Chris can drive and was able to get to the game place while drunk without crashing or killing anyone is fucking insane. He did end up running over a woman, but you know. He was protected and guided by Magic Chan's psychic possession. I'm surprised he can do it sober. Magic Chan can always tag him to possess Chris. Chris IRL. I think this murderer should get 20 years in prison. Chris and Quickfield. They made fun of me. Instant death penalty. Bring out the rifles and electric chair. I do not need to repeat myself. I am straight. Chris adjusting the topic for the 570th time. The fact Chris drives a car is terrifying. Chris, I'm never coming back on the internet. Gino, 4 days later, Chris made a video. The I got what I deserve sure is the most underrated piece of Chris Chan apparel. How much of this hacking is just people guessing that the password is Chris Sonnet123? It's probably that. I love how he says, I don't know who the blank she is, but doesn't even hesitate to drop the N-bomb. I know, it's weird. Some girl died. It was very sad. In other words, autism. Want woman should be official merch. What's the deal with autism? Jerry Seinfeld 2010. This is torture. He keeps getting so close to figuring it all out, but then he just drifts back into patterns. It really pisses me off. My father is alive and well. That hurts. His trucker look is like middle-aged Ash Ketchum on a 2-year suspended sentence. Chris complaining about receiving verbal abuse from a dude he nearly ran over actually got me a little irate. Yeah. You have a long way before you hear from me again. Chris Chan, A Comprehensive History, Part 28 of 59. 85 now. I think this should be called the Chris Finally Changes Clothes Saga. As someone with Asperger's, the fact that Chris calls himself high-functioning when he shits himself and lives in a fantasy world is hilarious. Dartboard with Snyder. Has anyone noticed that all of Chris's worst ideas come from no troll influence? Literally. Whoever told Chris he was high functioning needs to have their psychology degree taken away from them. I have nothing against Jewish people, unless they refuse to let him back into a game store he'd been kicked out of for yelling racial diatribe, whatever that word is. Alright, well, next one. That was a lot. Ooh, this one. Okay, I remember that picture. He was trying to, like, hide his identity to join, like, the miscreants.
On the 4th of July, 2010, a person living in Charlottesville who knew of Christian went to McIntyre Park to observe the Independence Day celebratory firework display. He happened to see Chris there as well, and watched him closely. According to the witness, Chris did not wear
Damn.
anything distinct, nor was he wearing his signature medallion.
Oh!
Occasionally, he would take out his
Shocker.
Nintendo DSi and presumably get a better look at people around him through the DSi's built-in camera and a fixed zoom lens.
Oh.
He was then seen carrying out a task reminiscent of his Red String of Fate ploy. The witness noted his observations.
That's
I saw
really
him
weird.
scribble on something, wrap it around what I think he picked up was a rock, and threw it at this woman.
Oi.
I don't think it hit her, but she seemed startled. She picked up whatever he threw, opened up the paper he had written on, looked at him, and shook her head. She then turned and went on her way.
God!
2 days later, Christian resumed
I wouldn't
emailing
blame her.
Jackie,
A
exposing his
rock.
true emotions. I'm doing okay. I get lonely sometimes, the whole not having a girlfriend thing and whatnot, and I've gone out and try again to meet new people, but I still get held back with fear of rejection keeping me from approaching women, and I still have my mental hang-ups against the majority of the male population. The trolls were not much help either. I have few friends/acquaintances in real life, and I refuse to start any new relationships over the internet. I feel paranoia over that as well. Without my need to see a far distance glasses, I know that I have a handsome face. If there really are any single women in Seaville, I feel they would have seen me and at least say hey, but I'm constantly noticed in public. It makes me feel sad knowing that I'm invisible even in the mass public events I've been hanging around in, such as the local Fridays after 5.
You're too much of an
Obviously, I need
attention
people to come
seeker.
to me and they make first contact, because even with my drunken word vomit shouts, I'm still invisible. My adult life sucks.
Damn.
Jackie sympathized with him and informed him that she will be visiting Charlottesville in August and wanted to arrange a meetup. Chris suggested that they meet either at the Fashion Square or the downtown mall.
Oh.
On July 9th, the person who spotted Chris in McIntyre Park on Independence Day saw him again at Fridays after 5.
Ooh,
This
fun.
time, he had taken the DSi zoom lens off his device and was using it as a telescope to look at other people. He also had this habit of taking off and
Ew.
putting on his sunglasses within seconds of each other. It seemed like he paid more attention to what was going on around him than what was happening at the concert. At one point, I noticed a girl, who looked like she was probably still in high school, jump up on the ledge beside Chris to join a group of friends who happened to be stationed behind the man baby. In the process, Chris turned to her, and it looked like he said something to her, because immediately her facial expression changed from a legit happy one to a forced smile one. She joined up with her friends, and they immediately huddled up together, whispering about something. At the same time, they all looked up at Chris and laughed. I can only imagine what he had said to the poor girl. A few moments later,
what
one of
did
the
he
guys in the
say?
group picked up his cell phone and snapped a picture of Chris from behind. Maybe he's aware of who Chris is and will share his story somewhere. At that point, whether or not Chris realized they were making fun of him, he picked up his stuff and switched seating spots. The person managed to take a photo of Chris sitting on the grass. He was snapped carrying 3 Pokewalkers with him, which are Pokemon accessories that allow players to gain experience and catch other Pokemon the more they walk.
That's
He
fun.
also seems to be holding a folded piece of paper.
The
2
pre-Pokemon
days
Go
later,
thing.
as Jenkins Jinkies, Chris asked Clyde Cash on the Quickie about the prostitutes that were called to his house in March 2009, inquiring about the agency to which they belonged, hinting at wanting to call them up himself. Clyde failed to divulge any relevant information, and proceeded to state how weak and weak-willed Chris was. On July 13th, Jenkins Jinkies advertised Chris's new Mod Nation Racers custom-made racetrack on the Quickie. He has his beta track up, as well as some actually neatly created Hot Wheels vehicles. He locked a couple of them. The man-child must have favorited those 2 cars from his collection. Lol, his track is lengthy and confusing, but I managed to run some laps on it. And he added a good
Oh,
version
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
park
throw
with a
up.
fountain and a beach. Download his beta quick
Excuse
build
me.
track for the laps of using the defaulted beta tools. On July 15th, Christian
Oh
went to
my
TGI Fridays
God.
for a meal and some drinks.
That's just
He recalled
great.
his experience to an online gal pal portrayed by Kim Wilson. I went out to Fridays for a drink Thursday evening. Made 2 new friends. A 22-year-old pretty woman who's going through a divorce currently, Lucky, and her best male friend. I
Oh.
also made a friendship with the owner of Fridays. I got a bit loud in the main drunk part, but she was a nice woman. The next day, Chris once again attended Fridays after 5. He was seen by a different troll who made an account of what he saw. He was wearing a bright
Where?
orange sleeveless
Where is
shirt
he?
with what looked like a beer logo on the back and holding a Budweiser
Damn,
aluminum
they're just
bottle, a
stalking
little mini fan
him.
made to look like an iPod, and a
What
hula
the
hoop for some
fuck?
reason. Most importantly,
Why
he
does
had a
he
sort
have
of
a
basic
hula hoop,
attraction sign
though?
with him. Nothing elaborate or directly sexual, but it said something like friendly and flirty man zone or something similar to that, and with more smaller text under that I couldn't make out.
God.
He apparently made himself aware to Chris directly, but nothing came of their interaction. Christian later
Oh.
wrote about the encounter himself in an email to Jackie. I should have gone after him in pursuit, but the only plan I had programmed in my head in response is take their picture with my DSi. I have reprogrammed my mind to pursue after a lure, yell for a policeman, and have him arrested for taking photographs at the pavilion during Fridays after 5. On their triangular red column, they have a rules list, which includes no cameras or videotaping are permitted. I am positive I'll lure out the same guy from last Friday. I only got a brief look at his face, but I am positive I'd recognize him on future sight.
Oh,
He also
shit.
informed her about his Jenkins Jinkies alias, and was convinced that the trolls did not suspect him to be Chris at all. In response, Jackie told him that she thought the same, and directed his attention to a message left by Quickie user K9, in which he invited Jinkies to join the so-called inner circle of the trolls, which would apparently allow him access to the administrator passwords for Encyclopedia Dramatica
Oh,
and
what
the
the
Quickie.
fuck?
In
Okay.
addition, Clyde Cash and the inner circle claimed that they needed Jenkins Jinkies' help with their next trolling endeavor, which involved getting Christian's PlayStation 3 taken away from him to pay off his credit card debts.
Oh, that's
As
fun.
part of the application process to join
Oh.
the inner circle, he would have to make a video stating why he hated Christian and give an account of his past trolling adventures. In the event that Chris himself might find the video, Jinkies was permitted to cover his face to protect his identity. Christian later showed the Jenkins Jinkies talk page to his church's reverend, Elizabeth Voss, and
Oh,
his pastoral
shit.
counselor, Rocky Shoemaker, who intended to forward the content of the trolls' plot to a detective at their local police department.
Oi.
On July 22nd, Jackie emailed Chris after she had allegedly infiltrated the inner troll's private IRC conversation and linked to him a record of their chat. She urged him to make the introduction video and ruin the troll's plans from the inside, emphasizing that clearing this baggage would ease both of their minds so they could confidently start a relationship together. 2 days later, Christian found a way to get back onto Flipnote Hattinger by unlinking his old banned account from his Nintendo DSi and created a new account in its place with the name Christian C and re-uploaded all of his previous Flipnotes. 2 days later, all of his animations that were previously flagged and banned had disappeared from his account. He soon after re-uploaded them again, and for some reason were not taken down.
Oh!
On July
That's
26th,
a shocker.
Christian went to his local Goodwill store to film his Jenkins Jinkies video. He attempted to disguise himself by placing a blue t-shirt over his head and altering his voice, while his sports bra could be clearly seen through his clothing.
Oh! Wow.
I hate Christian Western Trevor because he is a lazy slob. The money is wasted on him. He doesn't have to work for this money. Damn him. And also, he is unfriendly to us males. He should be friendly to his males. It really pisses me off. Anyway, I have been touring him. I sent him nice emails in the beginning when I started reading the comics. And then he did not reply, so that I sent him a bunch of curses. I did not pretend to be, a whole bunch of other companies like Zack and such. Obviously, delete my emails, that's beside the point. Anyway, I'll pledge my allegiance to Floyd Cash and everybody else in the quickie. I'll get the information on Christian Western Chamber. I'm sorry I have been taking so long to do this, but I was just getting settled into my new home across the street from his house. Black sheep of the family. They live in the house, and they promised not to sell my family back up in Boston. And of course, also I have told him I found...
I feel like his speech pattern will be very recognizable by the trolls. I don't know about you.
Thank you very much. Floyd Cash, you rule.
The following day, the official forum for the Inner Circle of Trolls, Trolling Train, was created, and Jenkins Jinkies was invited to join. He soon made his first post on the forum, introducing himself and offering an elaborate backstory establishing his upbringing. My real name is Junior Jenkins. Scooby-Doo was the inspiration behind the Jinkies. Lol.
Okay.
I had a birthday recently on the 16th of July, so now I'm 15. I couldn't celebrate it with my friends like I would have wanted to, because I was hitchhiking my way to Ruckersville from Boston. I'm crashing at a house where I have some relatives there. They're the fucking black sheep of the family, and they're not close within the same house. It is cool, because they won't rat me out to my parents and siblings, like I need another damn minute with those assholes who overlook me. And the better part, their house is across the street from Chrissy's house. Sadly though, the blinds to his bedroom are always closed, but I still get some sights of him and the family out of their house. I arrived at my new home a few days ago on the 20th. I'll be spending my sophomore year and so on in Greene County's high school. I promised I'd write to my gal back in Boston, but what happens here she doesn't have to know. I'll have to make some new friends come September, but I'll be cool. I'm a stud. I'll also miss my favorite duo of dudes, Jerry and Dino. They taught me the ropes of high school life. They both were 16. I looked up to them, like I would have for my older sister if she wasn't such a fucking cunt. They were a gay couple, and they respected me as a friend only. I made it my final realization I was not gay with the help of Jerry and my girlfriend, Lisa. Sweet little whore took me in with gratitude on my 14th birthday. She had a few exes from middle school, and her mom was a bondage queen. Before then, I had a gay experience in summer camp when I was 7.
the fuck?
My bunkmates were experimenting, and made me their mofo unwilling guinea pig. I was blindfolded during the whole thing, feeling an 8-year-old's dick up my ass. I was not thrilled from the ordeal, but last January, I became curious from the recalling of the feeling, so I asked Jerry to show me a night. At first it was neutral, then he made out with me. His breath was minty with a hint of gum from something he ate. It was cool with me. Then he told me to suck his dick, and I did. The taste and sight did not thrill me, and he sucked mine. He got a rise out of me, but then I started to feel uneasy. It was minor at first, and I promised myself I'd see this through. Finally, he was in me doggy style. As he humped me, I was feeling it both in my penis and in my gut, worsening as he went on. And eventually, I embarrassed myself grossly. I came and fucking threw up simultaneously. Jerry had not come yet himself, and out of respect, he withdrew himself and asked me if I was okay. He cleaned me and my mess on his floor up. I felt so damn ashamed, but Jerry was kind and understanding to me. And it was then I confirmed it for myself that I was not gay, and Jerry and Dino agreed with me. So with that, I was able to move forward feeling more confident in my orientation. Anyway, after moving here, I've studied the times of exit and entries from the Chandler Chateau, looking for a pattern. There was definitely one with Robert, morning for breakfast at BK, and afternoon outings to IDK wear. Barbara appears to come out mostly either in the afternoon or night, sometimes in the mornings. And Chris has no set pattern as far as I can tell yet, but I'll post new stuff as I learn them, some with, hopefully embarrassing photographs of Chris as I learn and take. Smell you later, Junior Jenkins Jinkies. Christian wrote to Jackie about his Jinkies escapades, and since she learned of the troll persona's sexual antics, she asked of Chris's fantasies, revealing that she was keen on experiencing anal sex. I've had the question of sexual fantasies posed to me before, and there are a few. One is having sex in a swimming pool, to emulate a dream I had of being lost in a water-filled labyrinth where I was intercepted by a woman, and we made out and had sex. I'm game for anal sex, as long as you're my partner, and you wore a strap-on or used a butt plug in me, as long as it is not penis-shaped. I also would like oral sex, swing sex, pole dancing, me, you, or both at once, freeway with 2 women, roleplay, and others I can't remember right now. Feel free to suggest other sex play topics, and I'll let you know if it's cool with me or not. It's no problem, we're not having sex yet, so we can talk about it freely. You and I are close, metaphorically, until we meet in person when we'll be a lot closer. Close parentheses. You turn me on with your kindness and understanding, and your pretty self adds well to it. I want to kiss you, Jackie. For now, it's a compliment, but don't hold back when after we hang out for a while and you want to kiss me too.
That's great.
In a later email, Chris complained that due to his parents' ages, they were too overprotective of him, so he felt that having a girlfriend would allow him to stay away from his parents' reach for longer. He also elaborated on his SSDI payments, or what he dubbed the tugboat. I use the term tugboat in reference to the expression, our ship has come in, which is in reference to a huge amount of money coming your way. The ship is defined normally as a luxury cruise ship, yet it can either come in without trouble, or more likely sink and fail. A tugboat is more reliable, and it comes in at a scheduled time per trip. A tugboat is less likely to sink, because it is built more durably than a cruise ship. And that is why I call my monthly SSI income my monthly tugboat. He revealed that out of his monthly income of $820, he paid $480 to Bob for rent, and another $100 to help pay off his credit card debts. Out of the remaining $240, which he was free to use as he wished, $17 went to game rental service Gamefly, $11 to movie and TV streaming service Netflix, $50 to pay off a new credit card which he received without informing his parents, and he bought himself a new PlayStation Network gift card worth $50 every month. In addition, he let her know that he applied for a part-time job at his local Walmart, which would allow him to make extra money while keeping his tugboat intact. Jackie instead insisted that he push for a full-time position and get rid of his tugboat altogether. She greatly emphasized that he had no need to possess the over 400 games he had across all of his consoles, and strongly suggested that he sell them. He was shocked at her harsh tone, but appreciated how concerned she was about his living situation. Listening to her advice, in early August, Christian traded in 18 games at the game retailer GameStop in exchange for $50 store credit, which he set aside to reserve the upcoming game Little Big Planet 2, Collector's Edition. Upon hearing this, Jackie was understandably upset with him, since he failed to understand that the reason for cashing in his games was an attempt to kick his gaming addiction. Chris stated that he intended to sell more games for cash later on. On August 3rd, Trolls attempted to drain his savings account. The payment was rejected, but nevertheless, Chris had to pay $35 as a return fee. He then found the courage to inform his parents about his secret credit card. I have informed my mother about the credit card first. She's more calm than Dad is. I've asked her to relay the news to him. I feel if I do it myself right off, he'll not only get super angry and raise his
Oh my
he'll just
god.
put me into a state where I may as well be lying cowardly on the floor in the fetal position. This way, he gets his anger out into the air only. Mom would leave the room during the time, and he'll have time to recover and calm down before confronting me about it. Not as loudly.
what?
My father's currently monitoring my bank account. He asks for a bi-daily printout of the current online statement information and any pending transactions. Your suggestions of having him lock up my console for a week and such have been noted into my memory. I'm not saying it is a bad idea, I'm just not comfortable with it. Bob took extra measures to manage Christian's spending habits, which Chris mistook for a scheme to outsmart the Trolls. Christian then pawned off another 36 games for a return of $42, of which 10 he deposited into his bank, and the rest he kept for himself, outside of Bob's sphere of influence.
Oi.
Jackie then encouraged Chris to draw them having sex together in a very specific scenario.
Fun.
You know you described your fantasy about having sex in the pool in the guy's locker room? I'd love to make it a reality. Can you show me a preview by drawing us together in a pool? We would just be tearing at each other, but then we get caught.
Damn.
A bunch of guys come in, surrounding the pool, and just stare at us. But we're so enamored with each other, making such passionate love, that we just don't care and we keep going. And then all the guys get turned on by watching us, and they start jacking themselves off into the pool. Circle jerking is such a huge fantasy of mine. Do you think you could draw something like that for me?
Jerk cops.
Oh, Chris, I'm so hot right now. I feel like I could squirt. I look forward to hearing from you.
Wow.
Chris showed great hesitation to complete the drawing, mostly due to the request of having to include masturbating men. On August 10th, Alec Benson Lee called the Chandler household, posing as fictitious Gameplays employee Matthew Nobles.
Hello, is this Robert Chandler?
No.
Yes,
Hi, my name is Matthew Nobles. I think you just tried to call me back. I left you a message.
yes. What's your problem?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. I'm an employee at the game place. I apologize for calling you so long after the incident occurred, but given your son's continued harassment of our store, I felt we needed to speak to you.
The game place now. Is it like downtown? About the Omni?
Correct.
Okay. What's the problem?
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the little incident your son, Christian, had
Oh,
when
they
he came
didn't?
to our store
Oh,
early in June.
They
I
didn't know that.
when he
came to
attempted
the
to
store early in June.
Oh, you were unaware.
I knew that he had a lot of problems with you people several years ago.
Well,
When you
what
basically
happened was...
kicked him out and everything else for no reason of his own. And his mother
Well-
and everybody else. I don't really like your place. Now, I didn't know he'd been there in June. Now, tell me about this.
Well, basically what happened was he came in, he wanted to speak to our manager, Mike, about getting himself unbanned. Mike
Well, I think
refused
that's
to speak
Mike,
to him about the
Mike
matter.
that threw him out. Mike's been persecuting him for years, and I don't like Mike. This whole thing
Well,
was a
sir, the point
setup
is
at the
that-
very beginning with my son. Now, I didn't like it
Sir,
then, and
I-
I still don't like it. Now, what happened in June?
Sir, well, after he left, when he couldn't get himself unbanned, he came back several days later and was taking pictures of people in the store.
Well, that's not illegal.
One of the patrons, some people felt that he was
pretty-
threatening them, to be honest.
That's so
Mike was
weird.
there and he became angry and called the police because your son was trespassing.
Well, he hadn't told him
Yeah.
he had come in there. It's a business place. Now, Mike and Megan are the ones that conspired together with a couple of other people, kids there, I think were gay, to persecute and torment Christian for years. Okay, I don't like Mike. I'd like to talk to the owner of the store. I could really feel him about the people he employs there. Okay, I could tell
Sir.
him a lot.
Well, regardless of that, I
Bullshit!
don't know about any of that. All I know is
Well,
that your son
regardless
was
of that,
banned
that
from the
all
store and he
figures into this
trespassed.
stuff. It certainly should.
Sir, I called to inform you that even though
Ah,
the police came and
enablers.
made your son sign a trespassing
So
notice, that he
shit,
continued to harass our store
bruh.
online.
People are harassing him from all over the world. Let me tell you something, fella. You know what some
There's
damn
a
crazy
reason
fools that I
why,
think started
fuck.
at your store with Megan and Mike and 2 or 3 more. You know what they just did a week ago? They just broke into his checking account, got his checking account numbers and routing numbers. They broke into his Best Buy MasterCard number, and they stole his ID and all of his password information. They went into that Best Buy checking account, trying to ruin his credit, and made a payoff on a check that had no funds in the checking account.
which got him a whole bunch of non-sufficient fund fees. Now, this all transpired a week ago.
Oh,
now, I'm
Jesus
not going to listen to your
Christ.
petty stuff, okay? You have people, including Mike, and I could tell you 2 more names, but I can't think of them right now, but the third one is Megan, and I'm sure you've heard of Megan or know Megan right there in the store.
I've heard about
Oh,
that.
God.
They're the people that are terrorizing Christians. They're the people that are terrorizing Christians. Okay?
No, they're not!
Sir, the game place didn't break into his bank accounts. I don't know why you're telling me about this.
Oh my God. Megan literally has nothing to do with this now. They haven't talked in forever. Shut the fuck up.
To your place, too, and including one of your employees named
We
Mike.
don't control all our customers.
Now, if you would like to have me talk to your owner, I would be glad to, and my wife will be glad to go to a meeting with him about your place and how it's corrupting the whole neighborhood.
Oh my
I kind of know that Mike
God.
himself is the guy who broke into your son's account.
Yeah,
Sir, your son is
no,
banned from
he's
the store,
not.
and
Fine,
he
send us
came
a
back
letter.
and
Send us a
told me
letter.
that.
Send me a letter,
Jesus
sir.
Christ.
Okay? I don't know who you are. Do you work for the
Well,
store?
I know that. Yes, I
Do
do.
you
sir.
work for the store? Okay. What is your position at the game place?
Even if
I'm an
he
employee
doesn't-
there, sir. I'm a supervisor.
Now, will you tell me the owner's name, or do I have to subpoena it?
Sir, look, I'm getting a little tired of this, sir. I just called to inform you that your son
Well,
trespassed.
sir, I'm getting a little tired of your place. Okay? I don't want to be harassed by
Fair
your
enough.
place.
You
left
don't
me
like your son
a
harassing
threatening message. How do you spell your last
Son.
It's
name?
an O. Sir, I feel that it was irresponsible of us not to inform Christian's parents. That's what I called, to inform you about his trespassing.
Well, just wait a minute.
I wasn't there the initial time years ago when he was banned, sir. All I know is I was there.
N-O-B-E-L or N-O-B-L-E?
Sir,
Sir, how do you
I'm-
spell your last name?
you've been yelling at me this entire time, sir. I don't feel like, frankly, giving you my
Just
name.
spell your name and I won't yell at you.
That's a rather silly requirement,
He's
sir.
not yelling
I'm
at
just trying
you.
to talk. I left you.
Spell your last
He hasn't
name.
yet.
Spell your last name. Hey, who are you?
I've already given my name.
You have not. What is your first name? What is it you want? Because it sounds like you're looking to try to harass us and get something out of us, and we don't want nothing to do with you. Because you said, I don't know whether do you work at the game place or not. I can't see you. I'm not down there. And you're
3 days later, a brief article
Oh,
about Christian
just
channel was
gone.
written to Wikipedia. The following
Okay.
day, it was slated for deletion. and
I
was
did
removed
not
from
want
the
to hear
site the
that
same
anymore,
day.
so thank you.
On August 20th, Chris sent Jackie his drawing of the two of them having sex in a
Oh
swimming pool. There's no
my!
sign of him showing intention of drawing her fantasy consisting of men masturbating to the pair. He also introduced to her his intentions of forcing into fruition a 10-year reunion of his high school class. I'm going to really push for my Manchester High School class of 2000 reunion today and this week. I'm going to get in contact with the principal, same dude, thank God, and insist on getting the person who put together the senior prom to put the promised reunion together. I know it was promised.
Why,
Just like during the
though?
slideshow they had at the prom, it had a
Promised.
huge message stating, see you at the reunion in 10 years. I'm no longer going to take the insubordination and belaboring to no promise keeping sitting down anymore. Jackie encouraged him
Oh,
to organize the
God.
reunion himself, since he had a lot of free time. Chris declined the offer for he had no experience in dealing with such things, and was not confident in his leadership abilities. Jackie then suggested that he film a video bringing attention to the reunion and asking for help, with a first draft solely meant for her, so that she could critique it and instruct him how to make a better video meant for public viewing. On August 22nd, encouraged by Bob, Christian returned to the trolling train forum as Jenkins Jinkies, giving a falsified account of a recent trolling.
Of course.
I made a call to their house
Fine.
and pretended to be a fan of Sonichu. Bob was bored, I guess, and he talked to me. After mentioning the trolls, Bob said to me, "Sissies that hide behind screen names and the internet are the biggest bunch of cowards and the scum of the earth. They're afraid to come out one-on-one, face-to-face. They would hide behind their mother's skirts." Then he directed to one of our own he found out somehow. Females are the worst, such as Miranda Enjoy the Big Pickle Cosgrove. That surprised me greatly, but in defense for you, Miranda, Bob would be of no match against you. Then Bobby said, "Meet me in person at Burger King in Ruckersville any
Okay,
day between
you're
9:30 and
stoners.
10:30 a.m., and I will talk to you and your friends and answer your questions. Christian and I are not afraid and have nothing to hide. We are simple and above board." We chatted some more, and then he hung up.
Oh.
On August 24th,
Ew.
Chris made and then sent his prototype video addressing his high school reunion to Jackie. She reviewed it, and then sent
Oh!
some critiques to him via
Oh!
email. She
Wait,
suggested
what?
that he exaggerate his
Oh, wait,
facial
no, no,
gestures and
that's-
facial
okay.
expressions to help make his appeal more emotive. She also advised him to address the trolls directly, since they would probably be watching his video anyway, and have him gleefully announce that they would not get to him. Finally, Jackie asked Chris to use the Sonichu comics as a way to reconnect with his former classmates. He agreed to follow her suggestions and make a new video. In addition, he revealed that he sent a letter to Sony, linking to the trolling train and their nefarious schemes to plant viruses on games and downloadable content that Chris
Jeez.
might purchase. After trolls found out about it, some members of the forum apparently got scared by Christian. Jenkins Jinkies contributed to the discussion. Chris found this forum? I agree with you, Miranda. What if Chris doesn't download our virus at all? He's reading our plans. He made us boycott downloading anything new from Mod Nation or Little Fuck Planet. And even if Sony doesn't
Little
read what he
Fuck
wrote,
Planet.
they are aware of our shit as well. I tell ya, he ain't hiding. He's snitching on us for the fucking good of every lazy fuck on the PSN. Antiviruses can be put into any next update now. Plus, Chris may come out of hiding and make a video to put the close on our fucking repeated death rumor. And I've noticed something else. With my laptop, I managed to use a bit of his Wi-Fi. It goes all around his yard. It disappears nightly and sometimes daily. He's unplugging his internet, keeping us out. I have to hand it to him. He makes it frustrating to troll him. It's like we have to pay airfare or hitchhike dangerously and do it old-fashioned with accordion cameras and shit like that. Christian then read about a plot in which trolls plan to dig his dog Patty out of her grave in the Chandler's backyard.
Oh!
Jinkies then chimed in, quelling the trolls' cravings.
Ew!
I personally took a closer look at Patty's grave. It is harder to break into than Fort fucking Knox. The body is buried deep underground with cement blocks covering the site, and her heavy doghouse is on top of those cement blocks. I wouldn't be surprised if they cemented her grave as well. Also, the site is heavily surrounded by trees and heavy branches. It's like deepest in the mine shaft with cave-ins happening all the time. Thinking that this revelation wasn't enough to dissuade the trolls from canine grave robbing, Jinkies posted another story in which he went back to the Chandler's estate in the middle of the night and was threatened by the ghosts of an 8-year-old Christopher Weston Chandler and
What
Patty
the
the dog,
hell?
believing the trolls would be wary of approaching his house if they thought it was haunted. On August 27th, Chris published his refined video asking for a high school reunion. His first
Okay, you know, I'm gonna go downstairs and get my damn chart. Oh wait, no, it's probably right there. Never mind, I'm stupid. Hold on.
official YouTube video in nearly 3 months.
Dang! That's the longest he's taken. Well,
Hello.
here.
I am well known on the internet, sadly. I'm Christian Weston Chandler of Rockville, Virginia. I was a Manchester High School student, graduated class of 2000. And I am looking into having the reunion, or putting it together, because I have not heard from anyone about it, not even from the principal of Manchester High. Of which, so next with that, I am looking out. I am looking out to everyone, out to my class 2000 classmates. You know who you are, and I know who you are. Got your names in the yearbook, senior yearbook in my class. I have been looking forward to this reunion since the senior prom, where at the end of that slideshow it said, "See you in 10 years for a reunion." Reunion hasn't happened yet, and it has to happen. It was basically promised,
Fair.
not only to me, but to everybody who was at that prom. So this reunion has to happen, and I'm going to start it by reaching out to my classmates.
Maybe I just don't
And
care
also,
anymore.
it would be helpful if I can also get in contact with those that have put together the senior prom back in 2000.
He then asks for his former classmates and organizers of the prom to contact him personally and recites his home address and phone number.
Dude, what?
False identities will be discarded. So be sure you leave your message.
Are you serious?
Describe telling us your name, where you are right now, and your contact information. Basically your phone number. I will not accept email contact
Where even is this? On YouTube?
because of basis of the trolls, of which that brings up my other topic that I would like to address as well. Cyberbullying and trolling. It's all not cool, because you're just basically mocking and terrorizing innocent people. It's not good. It's not cool. Not cool. You don't want to be a bully like those who have picked on you in any school, regardless of whether it was pre, kindergarten, middle, elementary, high, whatever. We've all had our bullies in real life. Don't be a bully yourself. I urge you to not cyberbully or troll anyone.
Not him drawing a fucking troll doll, the ones with the hair. That's funny.
And also, if you...
I don't even know why that's so
anybody,
funny.
Any close friends, any neighbors, anybody within your working facilities, even at such companies like Smart Computer Entertainment America or Nintendo of America, there may be a troll trolling somebody like me within the office. I urge you to do the checks and report them, fire their asses. With your help, we can put a bust on trolling and cyberbullying. It's not good.
It's awful.
It is. We need to take these criminals down. For what they are doing, God will smite them. He knows it.
God will smite them.
And I know. I'm laughing at you right now. Oh, hey, here's a fun little joke. So I walk into a Burger King, and I says to the employee, to the female long-hair employee with the pink shirt, "Am I fat?" "No, Chris is fat."
Basically.
Not cool. You will be found in person, and I will give you a piece of my mind. Not physical violence.
He's heard all the fat jokes already.
You trolls are going down.
He's aware at this point that he's fat. Like, come on.
All the people who agree with me that trolling is not
But
cool,
he knows
or
damn
never
well he's fat
dare
at
to
this
troll anybody or
point.
bully anybody.
He's like...
I urge you to report any suspicious people to your local police department.
Hey, thanks for telling me what I look like, asshole.
Keep all your information, your personal information, off of the internet.
Not like I
You
already
do not
knew
want
that.
anybody to be laughing behind your back of something that should be remain private. And naked photos is no good either. Definitely not. So keep all private information to yourself.
Facts.
Also, don't trust too many people on the internet. Unless you actually know that person in real life, and you trust that person, then I can say it's okay to trust that person over the internet.
Fair.
But be wary of most everybody else.
Well, hopefully that's what you do,
Let's go.
Chris.
And together, we will work worldwide to put a stop to trolling and cyberbullying. Yeah.
I wish that fucking worked.
Class 2000 reunion. It has to happen, and I need the help of my classmates. And the people who put together senior.
I totally forgot he was talking about the reunion.
Snail mail me. in contact.
Snail mail? That sounds fun.
Have a good day. Stay.
This is
With
slow.
Chris's return to YouTube, he felt that he had the upper hand to the trolls, but was in fact unknowingly following their instructions, acting just as they had expected. However, Christian was about to enact a scheme that he believed would surely get the best of his foes, once and for all.
God. Bro, that's unfortunate. Jesus Christ, that one was a handful, let's say. Fuck. Chris's fake story becoming gay fanfiction, unprompted and out of nowhere, is one of my favorite things. Little did Chris know his high school reunion did in fact happen, but he wasn't invited. The school knew about Chris and his online problems and decided to distance themselves from it. Like, damn. I can never get over that Chris speaks to literally everyone as if they're 100% aware and involved with what goes on in his own little online world. How to talk to girls. Be confident and charming. Throw a rock at them. Chris tries to hide his identity. Also, Chris doesn't realize that other men don't wear bras. The Jenkins Jinkies disguise is perfect. I love how despite having his face hidden, Chris cannot possibly mask his speech and mannerisms. And also, he is not friendly to us males. He should be friendly to us males. Really ticks me off, grunts and sighs. I zoned out for 15 seconds and then when I started paying attention again, Gina was reading an erotic self-fanfiction by Chris about being in gay three-way at 8 years old. I met a 22-year-old pretty woman who's going through a divorce currently. Lucky. The lack of empathy never ceases to amaze me, Lamau. Chris had a plan to get back at the trolls once and for all. Sees Chris in blackface in the next episode's thumbnail. Oh no, Chris. My favorite thing about Christian is that he can't help but compliment himself when he's pretending to be someone he supposedly hates him. Like how Chris was watching and recording people with his DS, but suddenly threatened to get the cops when someone took a photo of him. 18 games for a $50 store credit. GameStop is the true villain. How can I convince my new troll friends that the persona I made up isn't gay? I know, I'll write paragraphs of unsolicited gay fanfiction about myself in my bio. I'm a genius. Two old people with estranged children came together to create a parenting disaster. No wonder Chris turned out like he did. The t-shirt over his face as a disguise is so comical that I still can't believe it's actually real. It boggles my mind to no end that Chris's parents think that Megan is a troll. That really pisses me off. She was one of the only people in Chris's life who wasn't a troll, and because she criticized him, oh no, she's suddenly the reason for all of the problems in Chris's life. What the fuck did Megan do to deserve this? I can't even think of a reason for that. Love how Bob and Barb never once considered that there might have been a legitimate reason for Chris being banned from the game place, literally. The Chandlers are 100% that one household in a nice neighborhood that everyone hates and knows not to deal with. They are the Karens of the neighborhood, I tell you. Fuck. My last one of today, Chris in blackface. That's fun.
Captain's Log. Stardate, August 27th, 2010.
Christian made a video telling his audience about an unfortunate event concerning his PlayStation 3.
You know me, you all are
Oh,
my
hi.
recent dilemma with being able to download videos and digital comics being disabled. And I just got through talking with technical people at Sony,
Sucks.
and they encouraged me to go through an option number 3 of searching for corrupted data and clearing that out. But there was a problem doing that, and the system suggested formatting my internal hard drive. And there was a misunderstanding between me and the employee over at Sony Computer Heads in America.
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes. Everything I have worked for since March 2007, since I started, saved data, videos, music, photographs. Everything that was saved in my hard drive. Gone. There's nothing to destroy. You want to destroy my PlayStation 3?
Gone.
In a misguided error? I just did it myself. There's nothing for you trolls to tell us about. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Feels like a whole weight has been lifted on my shoulders. In a way, you win. You win there. That's it. Leave y'all with that piece of knowledge. Let y'all contemplate.
Cool.
Have a, especially to Clyde Cash. Let him contemplate the agony in the past few years. Everything. Alright. Stay safe.
After this incident, Chris informed Jackie via email that he felt like deleting all the data off his PS3 was akin to deleting his past lonely self. And with this fresh thought, he began seeing playing video games as a hobby and not an obsession, and believed that this allowed him and Jackie to establish a sturdy foundation for their relationship.
Okay, that's
Jackie
good.
then shared a link with him to a page on the Trolling Train forum for a list of challenges for trolls to accomplish, with high monetary rewards accompanying each one. For example, Clyde Cash would pay $4,000 to the troll who would film themselves having gay sex with Christian. The trolls encouraged Jenkins Jinkies, Chris's troll alias, to carry out the task, since he already had a gay encounter in his youth, according to his falsified backstory. Jackie highlighted that Clyde would pay $9,001 to the
I didn't
person
even
who restored
notice that,
Chris's PS3 with a brick and offered proof. Upon reviewing the page, Christian decided that he would outsmart the trolls by filming himself destroying his own PS3 and get
Oh!
a cash reward in return.
Get the
He
brick
found
on
that he had
yourself,
backed up
bro.
a lot of his data on flash drive,
Get
so he
bricked,
possibly thought
ho!
that he could use the
Sorry.
$9,001 to buy a newer PS3 and pay back his debts to his father. He said that he would try to get a friend of his to film their destruction, and Chris would tell the trolls that it was Jenkins Jinkies who recorded it, though soon he decided that he wanted to have all the credit, and ended up filming the ordeal by himself.
I make this video as a tribute to what I have lost, but also from which I have lost something that was of important value, but I am able to let go.
Good.
It is the spirit of myself, of which was very lonely, but now I move on to a much brighter future.
Man, I
And
just
now
wish
for
that
the
worked.
Feature presentation on this video. What you are about to see is uncensored and unedited. My PlayStation 3 here in the backyard.
Ooh, I do remember this video.
The hard drive's still in there,
Oh, fuck.
formatted as it was. And for a memento, I'm keeping the cover.
Oh, okay
Again,
then.
this is very graphic, so if you are weak in the stomach, especially as a gamer, look away.
Oh,
And I
no.
mean no disrespect to Sony,
I
but being
can't
entertainment
fucking...
America.
How do you
Make a
even...
fine product.
What the fuck?
Placing them in.
Let's do it. Do it.
Of my loneliness over the past 3 years.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, I put on stable volume.
I bid you on farewell. Adieu.
Adieu.
On farewell.
Dang! Yeah, get it.
Christian smashes at his
Man.
PlayStation 3 with a brick for 40
From
seconds.
humping it to straight up smashing it, quite literally at that.
Crushed. Unplayable. The deed is done.
After sharing the video with Jackie, she wasn't satisfied with the console's level of destruction, and doubted that the trolls would be convinced either. Taking Jackie's suggestion, Chris once more took his camera and his PS3 outside so that he could drive over it with his car.
Oh my god. There we go.
Well, you get the idea anyway. It's useless. Broken.
He then brings it back to his room.
Well, right over
Dang,
there,
okay,
it's
it's really fucked.
It's not hit on the metal parts and the heavy plastic, but still, when I plugged it in, it did not turn on. Actually, it went to standby mode, but that's all as far as it went.
Okay.
That's all it went. So right now I'm gonna finish the job. Finish the job.
Sit on it. You gotta fuck it. Sorry, don't say that.
Chris then stabs at the
Oh,
console's innards with a
God.
pair of scissors.
I'm scared. Yeah, we're torturing it at this point.
Look at that bend. Broke a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, God.
But you tell me, it's still good. It ain't now.
Oh,
After his
wow.
next pair of videos, he sent them to Jackie, along with a drawing of Chris and Jackie having sex against a tree as a group of Native American men and women masturbate to them.
What the
As opposed to the
fuck?
all-male circle jerking at the swimming pool, Christian changed the environment around her fantasy to reduce the number of men, and also made all the masturbators Native American, since he claimed that he was 1/16th Cherokee himself.
What the
Not long
fuck?
after, he sent the brick destruction video along with 3 post-destruction photos to Clyde Cash, asking for the $9,001 reward. Let's talk business. As you are aware, I, myself, am aware of the trolling train, and recently, I have mistakenly formatted my PS3 hard drive. I do have a girlfriend now, I will not disclose her name, and she is aware of these factors as well. She has encouraged me to work for your reward offer, so, with the full intention of moving forward in life, I have destroyed my PS3 personally and video recorded it. I am not going to put it onto YouTube, yet. I will be sending you the link to the video file I will be uploading to a mega upload site right after I finish
Well,
typing
it's on
this message.
YouTube,
At the
apparently,
moment,
since
even
we're
if you
seeing
upload
it
the video
now.
yourself, it can be considered your word alone, possible movie editing and actors, and not fact. However, I am most willing and able to upload the video onto my own YouTube account personally. All I ask for me to actually upload the video onto my YouTube is the full reward, as posted on Trolling Train, of $9,001 in cash.
Can't believe
No
I'm
check,
starting
no
college
digital
in a few
transfer.
days. I
Send me
can't
all
believe
of the
it.
cash in a big, bubble-wrapped envelope via snail mail. You have my good words that I will upload the same video onto my own YouTube right after I get the cash. Also, should you upload the video before I get the money, I can and will create a retractionary statement to the video, and blow things out of proportion. Considering the previous trusted conversation between me and Sarah was provided with your full authorization, I will thank you for that peace of mind event by trusting you in like. I would like to see the cash in my mailbox, followed by in my hands within this week, before September 4th, 2010. Attached are 3 photos of the same PS3, post-damage for your preview. You, Sarah, and Penny all have a good and safe day. He offered to show the destruction by car video only after he received the reward money. Clyde Cash was dubious about Chris's reasoning and willingness to destroy his beloved. He offered to show the destruction by car
Well-
video only after he received the reward money.
I don't care if this goes up on YouTube or not. These videos have proved to me that they actually are redeemable. I'm surprised, but I'm still skeptical that it's finally destroyed. PS3s are surprisingly tough, unlike the fragile POS PS2, and you weren't the strongest fish in the sea. Once I can clearly see the innards of the PS3 being wrecked or its in pieces, then we'll talk. Penny just said hi. Adorable. Let's pretend that was for you,
Cash
alright?
was dubious about Chris's reasoning and willingness to destroy his beloved gaming console. After failing to make Clyde believe that he truly smashed apart his own PS3, he finally gave in and sent Clyde links to the other 2 videos.
Okay.
After that, Clyde Cash redirected the conversation to Surfshack Tito, who allegedly handled all the money transactions.
Oh, fuck.
Tito informed Christian that he had apparently missed some prerequisites written on the original listing for the $9,001 reward, such as having to sign a contract for Clyde Cash, paying tribute to Surfshack Tito for security protection, and forfeiting the contestant's white women to the black man in the pickle suit.
What the
Most
fuck?
importantly, the challenge was meant to be completed by a troll of Christian, meaning that Chris was ineligible from receiving the reward. Chris nevertheless relented and pointed out that Clyde had instructed Tito to pay out the reward. He also mentioned that he was in contact with Jinkies himself, and that they had an understanding. After a number of reschedulings, they finally settled on the Chick-fil-A in Charlottesville's Fashion Square as the place where an agent of Tito's would hand over the $9,001 in cash to Chris.
9,001,
After waiting for
brother.
40 minutes, no one came to meet him, so Chris went back home. He suspected that they were running late that day, so he gave Tito one more chance to have one of his agents deliver the money to him at the Starbucks in Fashion Square the following day.
They're scamming
Surfshack
you.
Tito told him that his agent would be a woman with a pickle tattoo on her breast. Meanwhile, Christian told Shaggy via email
How
that he
did you
felt
know
emotionally
that?
tortured after destroying his PS3, and much to her disappointment, pledged to buy a replacement console as soon as possible. In addition, he complained that Tito told Chris that he had a conversation with Jenkins Jinkies, who said to Tito that he was not in alliance with Chris. Christian then devised a plan to make an audio recording of the supposed conversation between Jinkies and Chris to prove that Surfshack Tito was lying. Chris would end up not creating any falsified recordings and retire the Jenkins Jinkies character entirely out of fear of being mistaken for a true troll and getting arrested by police.
Oh,
He then
no.
informed Jackie that he told his mother that his PS3 died and then he destroyed it, before trying to revive it through some surgery and a checkup at Best Buy. She was shocked by the news and wanted to contribute $50 for a new PlayStation 3.
He's just an
I
undercover
crashed myself
cop,
at about
okay?
7 last night and fell asleep. I woke 3 hours later, finding my mother sitting in my chair in my view. She was emotionally torn up over me destroying the console for the trolls' entertainment. She and Dad are under an impression that the trolls were controlling me. I understand and helped her through her emotions and tears. I drove her to Walmart and walked with her by her side to relieve her pain. I was doing what a good child would do for their parent. Kristen sent Jackie another drawing of the 2 of them having sex. This
God.
time in a hot tub, once again failing to fulfill her wish of depicting them in a pool surrounded by masturbating men. Instead,
God,
opting for a
just
group
do
of
it
naked
at
men
this
and mostly
point.
women of different races. According to Chris, the puddle of semen on the ground represented a man who finished early and so left. On August 31st, Christian went to the Fashion Square and waited for the pickle-breasted woman
That
for
would
over
be
an hour,
Chris,
but she never
right?
showed up. YouTube user 0RTBunker0 filmed a brief clip and took a couple of photos of Christian patiently waiting for his reward.
God, what the fuck?
After returning
Oh
home,
my
he then
God,
demanded
you
that
can
someone come to his
clearly
house to give
see
him the
what he
money.
looks like.
Tito claimed that they eventually found the
clearly
real Chris
see
Hand in a
that's
different
it.
Starbucks, wearing a Sonic medallion and a brown striped shirt, meaning that they allegedly gave the reward money to Liquid Chris. Christian did not believe his
What?
claim and came to terms with the fact that he would not get any of the money from the trolls. He sent one final email to Clyde Cash. I am tired of your game of Goose Chase. I know you and Tito are not going to give me even half a penny of any money, even after I've broken my one PS3 I paid $400 for in 2007. You both want me to even beg. You can go point at your own damn snouts and oink like Eric Cartman, and then rape yourselves with your own damn Darth Maul
What
dual
the
lightsaber.
fuck?
Fuck off and die.
Well,
Both of you.
damn.
After handing in a large selection of unwanted consoles and titles to GameStop, Chris received $100 in store credit. He also received a loan of $200 from his parents after a lengthy discussion about the matter. On September 2nd, Chris used the $300 to buy a new PS3 and spent the whole day re-downloading his past games. Jackie was heartbroken by the news and pointed out that it would
I
have
thought the point was for them to just not troll you anymore and not be able to find your stuff.
been much cheaper for him to visit her in Tennessee. She then complained about all the times he had lied to her, including his claim of not needing to play with a PS3 for months. Christian sent her a lengthy reply, stating that when he drove to Ohio to meet Julie, his parents called the police on him. Similarly, when he was planning on driving to the anime convention Otakon, his parents threatened to call the police and have him arrested, and even change all the locks to the house so he couldn't enter his own home when he came back. He gave these situations as reasons for his hesitation to come visit Jackie.
God!
She asked him to return his new PS3. Christian declined, saying that he would not spend money as frivolously as before, and tried to set up a date with her on September 4th. He pointed out that his PlayStation 3 was more than just for video games, but also for surfing the net, playing Blu-rays and DVDs, CDs, and storing photos and videos.
CDs
Jackie
nuts!
highlighted that all those actions could be performed by a PC. She also accused him of caring about his console more than he did real people. Chris strongly disagreed, and suggested that until they were willing to meet up in person, it would be best if they unglued themselves from their respective screens and began seeing other people in person.
Fuck me.
On September 6th, Christian made a YouTube video attempting to dispel trollsome rumors.
September 6th, 2010. I am not dead. I am very much alive, healthy, and well. And I aim to keep it that way. So don't believe any goddamn rumors from the dang trolls. Because you know they always gotta be falsified. And I'll tell you all something else. Patty ain't dug up. She's still underground. All the trolls are doing between their forum and what they spread about in their dang rumors is just blowing a bunch of smoke. So should you believe a whole bunch of smoke? No. Because all there is with the smoke is just it's just a fire web lies. So there. And also, I am going to ignore the trolls, and they are not going to bother me anymore. I am regaining control of my life. They have played with me for long enough, and they're not going to play with me anymore. I'm not going to let them. And also, I will say another thing. Haters are gonna hate.
Oh,
The next day,
whip
after
them
2 days of
with
being
a
silent,
just whip them with a freaking atom thin freaking string. Okay.
respond to her. He did, stating that she was probably going to be the only pretty girl who could so patiently put up with his difficulties and quirks, and offered a compromise. He informed her that he made $130 in a few days, and was willing to make the same amount again and use this money to travel to meet her. She was glad to hear from him again, but sad to learn that he would not give up on his PS3. Jackie also confronted him about how he felt that only Xbox players could get addicted to their console, but not PlayStation connoisseurs. Christian then confessed that he did not hate the Xbox series of consoles like he did before, admitting that he tried them out at a demo booth. He revealed that he felt jealousy over those that could afford the expensive consoles, and hated it for its numerous technical flaws, and that it supported the HD DVD format rather than Blu-ray. He formally retracted his hatred for Xbox. And you were right on me, having no right to complain of other video game addicts. But I said those things to prove a point that people like them, including myself, and the trolls can better themselves by socializing off the internet and going out more often. I've been going out more on a daily basis, at least during the afternoon hours on average, leaving between 2 and 4 p.m., and an average of over 3 hours per day. If I knew where to go, I would definitely go out at night and have more fun. But aside from the new Walmart to walk for a while, I do not have knowledge of such locations or how to act within their likely dim-lit areas. And, yeah, I do not really expect people to drop what they're doing and converse with me when I am unable to do it as easily as they are able to. But it is nice to be acknowledged
fair.
and not to feel invisible in public. Seriously, even when I'm shouting while drunk or near sober, nobody gives me attention. I am ignored.
Well,
And when
it's
I try to start
clear
something
to
with a
them that
pleasant
you want
greeting, I am
attention.
still
They're not
ignored.
gonna give it
And
to
I'm
you.
right here, people.
They're
Aren't
not
I
gonna
handsome enough to attract
reciprocate
your
it.
attention, ladies? WTF do I have to do to get even a hello from anybody these days? Sigh. It makes me feel like a social outcast, and I do not want to be a social outcast. Anyway, I'm sorry for stopping communications with you for a short while. I needed some time for myself to collect my thoughts and come up with a reasonable solution to the disagreement. I felt like kicking myself over and over for saying the breaking up things I said in error. I did not mean it, and I'm happy to still be talking to you, and I really want to be with you. I'm re-raising the money as quickly as possible, and if I can come up with it by the end of the month, I will dedicate 3/4 of my remaining money from next month to us. Close parentheses. Jackie asked me to make a video to prove that he truly indeed loved her, focusing on their first date. She requested that Chris play a song from her favorite band in the background, by Crash Test Dummies, and feature some new drawings of the two of them. She also claims to not care about the trolls knowing her name, so she allowed him to say it freely in the video. Jackie gave him 3 days to upload the video. On September 13th, Chris uploaded the video dedicated to Jackie, with a slideshow presentation featuring a mix of drawings and video game stills playing on his TV in the
Okay, hold on. My hand back. Wash my face. Beep, beep. Dude, Good Luck Babe by Chaperone is in my head right now, and it's an amazing song. I love Chaperone.
learnable for the majority of the video.
This is for you, Jacqueline, my sweetheart. I want you so bad, you know. I need you. You completely.
Fuck, hold on, wait. Almost went in my mouth. Ew. Oh, that's gross.
Complete me so much. It's so hard to explain. I mean, you get me so excited. You get me energized. I just want to jump. I just want to jump. I'm so excited. Especially when I do things for you that you enjoy. I help put together for you. It's just really awesome. Besides, I say on the website, we're so much matching in many things. And you know, I could do a lot of fancy things for our first date. But you know, yeah, that's the drawing right, that's a drawing right there.
Now we can't see.
I mean, yeah, sure, got a little gamey thing in here, but you know what? It's a good way for checks. Especially since I did drawings first hand by hand. Anyway, for our first date, like I said, I wouldn't do it fancy, but I'm a simple kind of guy, you know. Nice little dinner for two, maybe a movie, walk in the park, that sort of thing. So my fancy day is just mostly simple, really. Anyway, a little bit more of you. I meet you over at your place or wherever we decide to meet up. And we head on out for our lovely day. We go catch a movie. Maybe go see Disney Click. And then make out what's going on. Or we could go to an amusement park if there's one and ride the roller coaster.
Damn.
Ride the Ferris wheel.
This whole thing is a mental roller coaster, I'm just saying.
And then we go to restaurants, depending on where we feel like going, whether fancy or inexpensive. But this one was fancy, the one I put together for the first date here. Anyway, we just enjoy each other's company and the food. It can be candlelit. I think that's part of fancy. But we're just getting each other's eyes lovingly. There's hearts between us.
He's got a decent taste in music, I guess.
On the way to the park. Where we can slide down the slide.
I like the music that he's listening to. I don't know why.
Grass, whatever. Enjoy the moonlight. Magic moonlight. And find a tree and make out. And then when it comes to the apex of our evening, I can take you up to our car and then take it back home. And then if you want to, we can go back in there and ruin my club. Oh, we're protection.
Okay, fun.
Because I love you and I care about you very much. More than anything. I need you, Jacqueline. I don't ever want you to leave me. I need you. I want you so much. I don't ever want you to leave me, because if you leave me, I'll just leave me very sad. It'd be so much heartbreak. I would be down for well over a month. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. But I love you, Jackie. I love you! I love you, Jacqueline Romney. Come to me, or I will come to you. and we will dance the night away, or hang the day away, and see where it goes from there. Make me jump. You make me jump!
Jumpy.
I love you so much! Can't stand it. I really can't stand it. Nothing's gonna come between us, sweethearts. It's you and me forever.
Except my cock.
He soon after made another video, confessing that he no longer hated the Xbox. There are some loud moans heard in the background at several points in the video. Some have theorized that it was his father, Bob, in poor health at the time, but it is uncertain.
Oh.
Captain's log, stardate September 13th, 2010. I am making this video to make a public statement. I no longer have any angst, or hatred, or anything, any beef against the Xbox. It is a good console, a very good console.
See what I
equally
hear.
as good as a PlayStation 3. Yeah, it cannot play Blu-ray, but it is still a good console and is just another gaming console. Just like, you know, I guess just like PS3 is another gaming console. Another Wii for Wii is another gaming console. And you notice there's a depreciation in the number of gaming consoles in the center. Because the gaming edition is gone.
That sucks.
I have got rid of the hoarded systems and games that are open.
Oh, that does
I have
sound like
hoarded
Bob.
a
Jesus
number of years.
Christ.
And also, I would like to make another statement. I have no hatred or anger towards the gay men. None at all.
Yeah, none.
No questions. Straightforward.
You mean gay forward, you idiot?
Straightforward
Sorry,
to
I'm
gay,
joking,
you know?
I'm joking.
You
Shut
go
up.
do what you want to do, just, you know.
Oh, that's
do
really
yourself.
making me uncomfortable. Jesus
That's all.
Christ. He's, like, audibly dying in the background. I'm
We have every
scared.
right to live our lives free, however each of us individually chooses. So there. Oh, that was another thing. Dark thing. Anyway, that's essentially that. Oh yes, I just remembered the other thing. I remove all hexes and curses to every single person I have ever around the world that I have ever left a curse on. So consider yourselves.
Damn, it's just that easy?
You're all forgiven. Every last one of you. Forgiveness.
Fun.
And with that, I bid you a good day. And a safe one too. All of you.
Later that same day, Chris sent Jackie a drawing of her naked self being ejaculated upon by Chris and
Aye.
two other naked men. One of whom was
God.
black, and another was devoid of color entirely. The scene was depicted from the black man's pubic region's point of view. In response to his video concerning their first date, Jackie was pleased with his energy, but disappointed with the amount of screenshots used from his Little Big Planet date level, which he had originally made for Julie. She requested that he make another video, this
God.
time singing over the Crash Test Dummy song with his own lyrics, while dressed up as her favorite character from the
Keeps
anime
using the
series
Julie
Dragon Ball Z,
level. It's
Mr.
so
Popo,
lazy.
since her favorite holiday, Halloween, was coming up soon.
Oh no.
On September 16th, Chris
No.
fulfilled Jackie's promise.
No. No! I hate it!
glasses were cheap, Mr. Popo.
Oh god.
I
I hate
It's a
it!
good story. You will enjoy story. Once there was this boy who was born with some autism and yet made a few friends, but after his high school years, he lost his friends and was tortured by bullies who were jealous of his material things. No.
God. Jesus. Naturally, he doesn't care about black people, so naturally he's gonna do
Ain't no
that.
say to the fiddle, no say to the fiddle like this. A
This
son
is
don't say
awful.
wah wah, ho ho hey ya ho. A son don't say wah wah, ho ho hey ya ho. Ain't no say to the fiddle, no say to the fiddle like this. Happy loving between me and Jackie. I love you, sweetheart.
On the day he
Fun.
finished his Mr. Popo video, Chris told Jackie about an email he received from someone whose name was Robert Paulson, who claimed that he was her boyfriend and attached a nude photo of her. Jackie stated that she didn't know who Robert was, but revealed that her ex-boyfriend, Lars, was the only person who possessed that picture. She vowed to make him pay for not
Oh,
stealing her
no.
nudes. In addition, she asked Christian to make one video for every day in October for a so-called contest called Jacqueline's Naughty No Trick All Treat 31 Days of Halloween Contest. In each
Oh,
video,
no, babe.
Chris would have to dress up as a character of his own choosing and reveal some information about himself. She stated that simple 30-second long videos were fine. If he completed the challenge, they would have sex on November 1st. If he failed, then he would have to wait longer for another chance for them to meet up. He replied, stating that he thought the contest idea sounded fun, but he declined to participate since there was already so much personal information about him online. Jackie was hurt by his refusal, clarifying that she was interested in learning simple, little things about him, such as his favorite food. Since he
wow.
declined her challenge for sex, she allegedly cried, having her night ruined. Chris apologized, becoming more
Sucks.
open to the idea. He also fulfilled another request for Jackie. He attached a collection of photos of his room, offering
No!
a 360-degree view of his personal space.
Damn shit!
She was thankful for the pictures, and clarified that he did not have to come up with elaborate costumes for the videos. She also wanted to get back at Lars, but had no way to directly contact him, so she asked Chris for advice. On September
Oh, what?
22nd,
No,
she
don't
and Jackie
ask
had the
him.
first chat on AOL Instant Messaging,
I know you love
during
him,
which they
but come
discussed
on.
in depth his trolling experiences and his sexual activities. The following day, Chris talked about his idea for a specialist task force to stop trolls called Trollbusters. There are people around the world who for their own individual reasons seek cruel laughs, fun, or comfort in making fun at other people's expenses, all celebrities included. I, Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia, United States of America, have fallen victim of these cads, these scoundrels, these scumbags of the Earth's soil. As the years passed in the story
Sounds
creation,
about
I later
right.
discovered that I was being bad-mouthed behind my back in November of 2007 by individuals who hide behind the mother skirt of the internet, who are referred to as trolls or cyberbullies. Their groups and icons include that of 4chan, the Petal Bear, the Epic Smile, Chargin Malazer, the list goes on.
And
They all
now
think
he would
they are
end
the
up
high and mighty rank above
under his
everybody
mother's
around
skirt.
the world, including and especially every individual who they make dark mockeries of. These trolls not only put in their own twisted, evil thoughts on the innocent people they pick on, but from everything the innocents put on the internet, from typed, quoted text, drawings and photographs, YouTube videos, etc., etc., etc. And even worse, the trolls deceive and blackmail us innocents by establishing online relationships, making us open up emotionally to them to confide our private truths, photographs, videos for footage. Their hacking prowess is unknowingly powerful, depending on who is in their organization for their crass lulls, which I personally define as laughs under lucrativeness. I tell every person who has been, as well as not yet but will be, tormented and found by a troll/cyberbully. You all can protect yourselves by simply practicing the safety advice from me here, as well as other cyberbully prevention organizations found on the internet and in real life.
Christ.
Google these places. Chris offered a list of precautions to take to not be trolled, which included not giving out personal information over the internet, not posting private photos which you may not want others to see, keeping a close watch on people around you in real life in case some trolls
Now
follow you
bro's
around,
learning.
and having a good, happy reputation by being generous, kind, and caring. If you are a victim of trolling/cyberbullying, and you know who the person is and where they are in real life, there is a good chance you'll be able to legally sue them. Talk to a legal attorney for more information and details on how. And if you are a troll or
That
cyberbully,
could be a
and you
good
know
thing.
who you are, you'd be doing yourself a favor giving up your ways, because you will be found and punished. Like the Trollbusters, Cal and Dee Dee of Quickville, Virginia, who always catch the troll in the act. You can do your part in stopping the trolling and cyberbullying. Soon after,
Damn.
they had another AIM chat, in which she discussed her tumultuous relationship with Lars and the constant fights they had. Jackie revealed that
AIM.
Lars had a large collection of toy boats, many of which were constructed poorly, and many others remained unopened in their boxes.
Ugh,
This characteristic
wow.
was conceived as a parody of Christian's own obsessive patterns. Lars had been bothering her recently, laughing about spreading her nude photos to other people, so Jackie wanted Chris to make a video targeting
That's
Lars to
awful.
scare him away from contacting Jackie ever again. She sent him a link to one of the model boats he possessed, a miniature-scale replica of the Titanic, as inspiration for his video.
Dang!
Chris suggested that he could build the Titanic out of Legos and sink it as a way to intimidate Lars.
Oh,
Jackie specified
what?
that he wanted Chris to say the phrase, "Consequences will never be the same," an infamous quote uttered by the father of mass trolling victim Jesse Slaughter.
Consequences will never
Oh.
be the same. You lying bunch of
No, not that
She wanted
fucking
him to upload the video on
Come
September.
consequences will never be the same.
Damn.
She wanted him to upload the video on September 25th, which would have been their anniversary. Adhering closely to her wishes, Christian delivered the video on September 25th, as requested.
Good afternoon. This message goes out to my dear beloved sweethearts, who goes by the name of Lars, who had an obsession with model boats, and here is a Titanic-like boat. He is piloting it. Let's see what happens to his boat. Oh, look at me! I'm sailing in my Titanic-like boat that was originally for my girlfriend, who was now Chris's girlfriend. And today was our anniversary, this 25th of September. Oh no! What's that? A sideburn! Yeah! It gets better, you know what? Because here comes the demolition team that finds the remains of the sunken ship. Boom! Boom! Oh, and here's the captain of the ship. What remains of him anyway? Weak as dirt. The consequences will never be the same. Lars, you are no match for me and my muscles.
Soon after, Chris uploaded a video in which he sings over the song You've Been Trolled by 8-Bit, which he first saw on Flipnote Hatena.
Oh my God.
You should probably just vote when the only move is not to play. And if you keep on trying and flying, you've been trolled, have a nice day. This video, portraying and projecting the anti-troll cyberbullying movement, has been brought to you by My Nation Racers and Oil of Olay brand bar soap and other things. Softer, smoother skin in a week or so. And not only that, it gets you clean and makes you smell good. I just use it to wash my hands, and I use it in the shower to wash myself vigorously. I certainly do not use any animals, my own kids, or anything else other than.
Well, because you're
Oil of Olay
drinking your
brand
own
bar
jizz,
soap.
brother.
And that's body wash. And shampoo and conditioner. Available in anti-dandruff form. But anyway, Oil of Olay. Softer, smoother skin in a week, and makes you very clean. Have a nice day!
In response to the ship sinking video, Chris received an email from Lars McNulty himself. "Hey Fatso, you the fat loser my Jackie wound up with? Whoa, I must have done a number on her. If she'd be so traumatized she would sink as low as you. You know what
Damn.
ain't sinking? My resolve, Don't you ever be showing my boat sinking. You're just lucky that wasn't one of my boats.
Wow.
If that had been one of my boats, I'd have whomped your pasty fat ass, you wonky dweeb. Jackie's gonna be mine again. You just wait and see. This shit ain't over between us. Just look at my pic I gave you.
Okay.
You see I mean business. See how
Oh,
fierce I be.
Chris is
The
gonna call
consequences
him the
ain't never
N-word.
gonna be the same. Smooth sailing, Lars McNulty. He
That's
attached a
not
photo
good.
of a black man, which according to him was a picture of himself. Thinking that Lars used a photo of a black man to hide his true identity, Chris made another video attacking him.
Hello, Lars. I got your email, and I got to tell you, you're a dang loser to hide behind a picture of a black man. A dang photograph. Anyway, it's over. It's over. You've lost. You're history. You're kaput. You had your chance with Jackie, but you lost, though. You lost. You kept concentrating on your dang boats all day and all night, ignoring her needs and her desires. Now she's the real man. I will satisfy her needs and her desires. And if you ever want to be happy with yourself, you grow up. You grow up. And you stop thinking about yourself. Yeah. You grow up. Stop thinking about yourself. Yeah. You mess with me and her, you're gonna have to deal with me, definitely. Down to the last sweat or breath.
After watching the video, Jackie informed Chris that it was actually Lars in the photo. Upon this revelation, he stated that he was fine with her having a black partner in her past, largely thanks to seeing many interracial couples on television. With his relationship with Jackie still holding steady and promising, the introduction of an ex-boyfriend provided a new foe in Chris's life, which encouraged him to release his inner emotions in video form once again, adding more excitement to his internet presence. For while he may not have been aware, the trolls were the screenwriters of his life, inserting love interests and villains as they wished, in order to entertain a very peculiar audience of a man unwittingly starring in his own show.
Bro can't even direct his own fucking life at this point, that sucks. Jesus Christ. That is the end of part 30, thank God. Okay. Dress up as your favorite DBZ character, Mr. Popo. Oh no! Chris, I like Xbox. Bob desperately tries to fight off the Grim Reaper. Is that the Grim Reaper? Creates an account to troll his trolls. Trolls himself. Only Chris could pull this off, literally. Chris thought he would outsmart the trolls by feeling himself smashing his own PS3. I scratched at my face in pain hearing that sentence. Had she actually become a sweetheart, she could have been henceforth known as Mrs. Jackie Chan. Ha! Hate you. Chris creates a troll persona trolling himself, then retires said troll persona because of fears of being arrested for trolling himself. Only Chris. Only Chris. Living in the Chandler house must have been like living with the family in Resident Evil 7. I would rather do that than live within the Chandler house. Imagine being the Jackie troll and jokingly asking Chris to cosplay Mr. Popo, and then you see the thumbnail of the video he sent you. Oh god. I would shit myself laughing. I would absolutely shit a kidney. I really don't see how anything's ever going to top that. I remove all hexes and curses, Bob literally dying in the next room. You wanted to destroy my PlayStation 3? Well, in a misguided error, I just did it myself. This is probably the best summary of Chris's life. Hey trolls, you want to destroy my life? Hey, joke's on you, I already did that, bitch. If you're weak in the stomach, especially as a gamer, look away. It's the most alpha chat epic gamer sentence I've ever heard in my life. The pickle-breasted woman is a stunningly unique phrase. Chris rambling on and on about consoles and gays while his father sounds like he's dying in the background is like something out of a nightmare. If you ever left me, I'd be down for, well, over a month. Potentially my new favorite Chris quote. Chris admitting that Xbox is a decent console is the biggest character development he will ever get. Chris, teehee, I'm too shy to talk to people. Also Chris, causes public disturbances, hits people with his car, vandalizes merchandise and store property. The fact that you can hear Bob dying in the next room is confirmation his parents, in fact, without a single doubt, heard Chris screaming and ranting. If you're weak in the stomach, look away. It's just him breaking his console. He's done worse things to warrant that warning, like fucking their mother. Title says Chris Chan XXX. Thumbnail shows him in blackface. I'm scared to know where this is going. Only Chris would sing the You've Been Trolled song word for word and miss the entire meaning of the song. The song literally says the only winning move is not to play. Destroying his PS3, Bob dying in the background in blackface. This is a roller coaster of a halfway point. The pickle-breasted woman is a string of words I never expected to hear in my life. The puddle of semen on the ground depicted a man who finished early and so left. Definitely the hardest I've laughed at a YouTube video since the new year. Love how Clyde Cash is always there, even when the original troll wasn't involved. Chris always gets a way to connect Clyde with something bad that happens to him. This is the only time I want to see Chris Chan and XXX in the same title. Chris, I'm cool with the gays now. Audible sound of a man moaning. Oh no. Don't say it like that. Destroying a PS3. If you have a weak stomach, look away. Literally shoving a massive medallion up his rectum is silent. The phrase liquid Chris would never fail to make me lose it. For a while, he may not have been aware the trolls were the screenwriters of his life, inserting love interests and villains as they wished in order to entertain a very peculiar audience of a man unwillingly starring in his own show. I think Gino perfectly summarized everything Chris Chan related with that outro. The biggest tragedy is that he truly believes that he is handsome and attracted to women while walking around in a demon-vested sports bra. Wait, did you say demon? Yeah, okay, he meant denim. He's a demon, but I guess that makes sense, you know? I'm fucking finally done with that shit. Alright. Let me know what you think in the comments, because, like, at this point, you already know what what I think. I'm fucking tired at this point, Jesus. But I will keep watching for not only my entertainment, but also your entertainment. But also because I want to be up to date with the Chris Chan lore. And it seems like I'm not even fucking halfway there. So anyways, that's all for today, my Gemsters. If you like this video, you better shatter that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you like me in general. That's all, folks. I'm out.